Here we go. Are you gonna cooperate? Are you gonna cooperate? And nope, of course not. The chances are that is usually what doesn't happen, is cooperation. That's just excelente. 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 Oh my fucking god. Don't move, please. Jesus. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, I left my hat over there. Oh, man. It be over. The con's over. It makes me sad. It makes me sad. This over here. Get my hat on. Boop. I can't have this without a hat. Right? Right? There you go. Just fucking tear the drone. And now to get that plugged in. Yep. Let's do this. There we go. Turn it down a bit. Don't need blasting. Even I was blasting that shit earlier. Alright. Boom. What do I do with that butt? Get back in here? Yep, okay. So all the butts are back in their spot. What the fuck? Seriously? Oh my god. Alright, I'm definitely cracking this coffee open. I was meaning to have this, you know, when I woke up today, but I ended up not drinking it, just holding on to it the entire day. It actually doesn't even taste bad, lukewarm. It actually tastes more chocolatey than it usually would be. So, I guess that's good. There we go. Oh my goodness. Man, I am just saddened for this evening. Because of the comp being over and everything. And I know this much though, is like, all things considered, I mean, it's definitely just like another like piece of excitement to just like go in for next year with. Because next year they actually have a whole theme, you know, set up around just literally space. We're going to go to the one place that has not been infected by furries. Space! And then we're going to infect it. And honestly, when I found that out, I was just like, alright, blast a glowing hammer after this. And once the actual like con itself finished up and shit, I was just blasting this type of shit in the background after that while everyone was kind of slowly but surely saying all their goodbyes and stuff. I brought Zukov along with me this time, and shockingly, like, did very well. Especially around other suitors. Like, a lot of suitors were telling me that Zukov would actually be kind of a little more, like, scared or freaked out by other suits or, like, other fursuiters and shit. But my dog, he was just like, who are you? Huh? Just like literally everything else. Like, he'd approach him just carelessly and just be like, what are you? So I thought that was honestly pretty cute. Damn. Good talk. Oh my god. I quit burning the rest of that in my face. Yeah. Jesus. But oh yeah. Here, let's let me peruse for my pictures and shit. So we can go through some of those. Have a little fun with it. If I can find my gallery. Plus, I need to kind of shift through a few of them to see which ones are good or not. Let's see. I just have one of just my foot for some reason. Yeah, that can go. Oh, that one's cute. I love these cute fucking pictures with Sukov just hanging out. It's adorable. Just getting loved on and all that shit. It's just so cute. I honestly was so surprised that he handled it so well. Just being a sweet little fluff boy that he was. Which I'm honestly happy. I'm like, knowing that at least he can handle being around like a con like that, for me at least, just shows that next time it happens, I'll just be able to take along for all the days. I was more worried about having to try to take care of him while I was up there more so than anything else, but he was chill, so it was great. Little sweet doggo. Just getting all the fucking attention. It's just like, how does that little sweet boy get all the damn it? Oh, wait, he's a dog. A sweet, adorable little doggo. You know what? I'm actually now kind of tempted to actually post this on the Portland subreddit. Some of the furry antics. Just to see if like anyone on that subreddit actually is aware of it. Because I know that at least with the subreddit that there's all sorts of different little musings and random cute pictures. What's this? Please stop running red lights. Oh my god. I go on Reddit, and of course the first fucking thing is literally about goddamn people in Portland. Run red lights. I say we all get caught in the intersection sometimes by slow traffic, make left turns, etc. But me to 1 to 3 cars after that, it seemed like every business intersection in town. That, and also people just like, I think people have forgotten the concept of what streetlights are. Because today, like, when I got picked up on my ride home, we were behind some fucking moron that just did not know what a fucking streetlight was, apparently. It would just sit there at the fucking, like, you know, streetlight when it's green or turning yellow, and it's like, what the fuck? It's like, seriously? Had to honk on him, like, every fucking time for him to start rolling. It's just like, what the hell? So, I guess there are, like, some... It's like, there's some people who are just, like, too stupid and are running red lights, and then there are people who are too stupid and won't, like, go on green lights. It's literally just, like, a little mixture of both. It's just like, what the fuck? It's like, aye, dude. Here. Here, let me, see if I can, do those posts. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, sweet. Here, let's see. Which, the thing is, like, I need to find, like, you know, some of the bigger good pigs. Ah, here we go. Of course, I'll have to eventually share these. Boop. Here, boop. I'll share all the big group pigs. Boom, and then we'll share this one. There we go. And next, an interesting title. Here. Here we go. Boop, 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 boop. And what's the flare? Because it says I need to add a flare. I'll just do photo video, I guess. Or should it be events? I guess events? I'll just do photo video. Okay, here we go. And one more little thing. And do this. There we go. And I don't need no fucking link. Fuck your links. Fuck them links. Alright, and is this that? Pretty much. Yep, okay, cool. Well, let's do that and post. Bam. Bam. Boom. And now it's sitting there literally for like 5 minutes, just gonna be like submitting. Great. Well, we'll just let it do its thing then. We'll just let it do its thing. They'll check out that later or something. But man, I wish like cons would last longer. Honestly, I kind of wish it would be like a week or something. Not even kidding. Because I'm still on the vibe of just like, you know, not wanting it to really be over. Frankly, just because I don't want to go to work or go back home or anything. I mean, technically, they want me to try to pop in today. I'm just like, that's a maybe. And I specified that. So it's just like, I mean, I might be able to. And I'm just like, eh. I mean, honestly, maybe a little bit. Just so I can grab some food and tea. Mainly. Because if I go in there to do that, they're going to want me there anyway. So I'm going to have to if I do. So at some point, I'm just going to have to do that, making it an objective of mine. At some point, unfortunately. And then, I gotta at least go to the train station tomorrow so I can get the tickets in advance. And after that, then I have to at least assuredly go in tomorrow. Oh my god. Tomorrow's this will be another busy day. Ugh. Ay. I still can't fucking believe, like, when I popped in just for, like, 2 seconds yesterday, they were just like, hey, come in. I'm like, this is my vacation time. Like, fuck off. Like, no. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I specified Monday would be my free day, not these other days. So, it's like, what the hell? It's like, it ain't my fault if our workplace gets all shit-faced. Oh god, here we go. See, now that the, you know, con's over, now it's just like, I'm starting to bitch about life. It's like, oh, now I have to start thinking about work again. Oh my god. Ugh. Sucks. It really honestly does. It's been quite a day on top of having to fix a fence for 6 hours. Well, shit, I mean, I guess all things considered, I suppose mine has been a little better than that. Because I definitely want to be dealing with fixing a fence for 6 hours right now. Okay, this tail's actually kind of annoying me a little bit. Sitting here with this on. Oh, I gotta. There we go. Don't fall. Oh. Well, anyways, I don't know if you're popped in a second ago, but here, you want to see Zukov being the sweetest of the sweet boys? Yeah, for today, at least. Here. Because on the last day of the FurCon, I was taking some pics here. But, legit surprisingly, like, Zukov got all the snuggles and the loves. And actually was more curious and actually, like, kind of interested in, like, the fursuiters more than anything else. He was just like, oh my god, big versions of me. It's like big me's. It's like, oh my goodness. He was like legit very curious and, started getting up in all the furries' grills and shit. But all of them were just like kind of shocked and, had to, just started, petting and loving on him like that just because it was just like, we've never had a dog actually like come up to us like that. Most dogs are kind of scared of fursuiters because they're like, what the fuck? There's like an oversized version of me. Whoa. But Zukov is like, I don't give a fuck, huh? What are you? Just being a sweet boy. Oh, and those weren't the only pictures either. There was another fursuiter that, of course, he waltzed up to and was, getting some loves from. And from a bunch of other people. And this is adorable, too. It's just like the little nose booping going on there. I mean, that's kind of fucking cute. That's adorable. I mean, it's just like, oh my goodness. It's like, aww. It's like Zukov being the most ultimate sweet boy today. It was just great. Oh. And dude, check this shit out. I don't even want to know how much this costs, because I imagine this is probably like 10 plus grand or some shit. But these are like, kind of a new thing in the fandom. They're called like protogens. But like the light in the face there, it actually is kind of like, at least like partly connected to like, the actual like movement of their eyes. So if he blinks, like the lights on there actually blink. And it has like a whole fucking like, like armor thing, set up around his suit too and shit. It's just like, holy shit. It's like, man, it's just like, how in the hell, like, how in the hell does that, like, like, get all put together? And that's what I'm wondering. It's like, because obviously you got to put the suit on, and then you got to put all the shit on it, too. It's like, I mean, do you just go with the legs, and then just set those up, and then you just, like, put the body part on, like, get it zipped up, and then you get the armor plate pieces on, and then just, like, I mean, that is just, like, an extra level of complication. I'm ready to get paid, sir. I got shit to buy. I mean, same here, because I'm, running low on the money I saved up, because all I have left is the 200 I have for Seattle, and that's it. So, it's just, yeah. Which, most of that's mostly just going to go to, like, a t-shirt and to maybe getting some food, like, before the show. Like, I'm not even really going to bother with drinks or anything, because I want to save the money. And plus, I got sales taxes, and fuck that. So, I have to also think about that in consideration, too, because it's fucking Washington. It's like, oh, yeah, sales taxes, that exists. Great. For those government handouts. Oh, my God, dude. Don't. I'm still trying to get off of a fucking, like, con high. Don't do this to me. Don't make it shatter further. I mean, it's like, come on now. I have another random empty pick. Here, let's see if I have a good picture from the dance floor. That was going on from last night, at least. Well, a lot of them are kind of blurry. Well, let's see. Work 60 hours a week to qualify for bare minimum food stamps. I mean, oh my God. It's not even that, it's like more like 40 hours or some shit, but still. It's not even a joke. Wait, did they actually bump it up even more? Like, did it really actually they floated that? Would they unironically actually, or cause, oh my god, dude, okay, can we, like, wait a little bit before doing all this? Yeah, I don't want to, like, think about that too hard right now. Okay, this is actually kind of a cool picture. This wasn't even, like, intentional. I was actually looking at it, I was like, huh, I kind of want to delete, but then I thought about it for a second. I'm like, you know what, this is actually kind of cool. Because you got, like, this dude who's kind of, like, breaking down, you know, doing, like, a little breakdown, you know, of his dance and shit. But it's, like, got a kind of, like, a nice little, like, kind of a sharp, you know, contrast with, like, the big bright light. And then everyone else is kind of popping up a little bit, too. I mean, this actually is, like, I mean, if I could probably edit this up a little bit. You know, let's see. Let's see if I, like, touch it up just even a little bit. Let's see if it adds, like, extra crazy flair or something. Yeah, let's, okay, no, not that. Warm? No. Cool. Yeah, those don't really do what I want. Just, brightness. Yeah, let's look at this. Ooh, yeah, let's actually darken that just a tad there. And then we'll add a contrast of some there. Highlights. Let's see. Oh, yeah, we'll do it like that. Shadows. Ooh, yeah, I kind of like it bumped up a little bit like that. Let's see. Yeah, definitely bumping it. Let's about, I don't know. Right there, I kind of like that. What's this? Ooh, yeah. Extra, like, vividry going on here. Yeah, let's actually just, like, max that. Yeah, like it. Saturation. I want it more vivid, so let's just max that. Warmth. Let's do that. Ooh, that's making that pop over there in the corner. I'm liking that. Really adds, like, a different contrast in colors. Tint. Let's make it kind of soft like that. Blue tones. Well, I don't know, we'll just kind of pop. Oh yeah, we definitely want some pop. We'll do about like half. Sharpen. We'll do a soft sharpen. Noise. What does this do? I can't even tell. Oh, I know this. Yeah, that kind of, I don't want that. Alright, well. You know what, actually. Yeah, that honestly looks more artsy now. And looks a little more poppy. I like it. Alright, yeah, we'll just save the copy. Boom. See? That looks more artsy. I could probably frame that and it actually look pretty dope. Actually, let's see if we can see the difference. Kind of do a little contrast. Apparently, the work crimes currently are state by state. The compromise deals to make a federal mandate 40 hours a week. The Republicans originally wanted 6 crimes staying only those who above beyond to prove they're trying to get work should earn them. Well, oh my god. So yeah, so people like me, even though we don't work like 40 plus fucking hours and shit because, you know, we don't want to like work ourselves to fucking death, but we'll still, you know, like, not even go above or beyond or some shit, but just obviously do what's needed for the job. Like, I mean, like the whole point about like, you know, a job is not to try to go somehow above or beyond. It's just to, well, just do the job. The full year wait. Well, yeah, the thing is, like, that as a concept, I'm not even inherently against if there's actual fucking meritocracy built into that idea. But there isn't. So, it's bullshit. And, okay, this thing's just gonna keep giving me the scroll wheel. Oh, now it's saved. For some reason, it just took forever. I don't know why, but I guess for some reason it did. And definitely a lot of, just because of all the crazy colors, I mean, everything is just so fucking, like, not, like, super, super vivid. Or, well, it is, but it's just, like, not super focused in on. Just like, damn. Bleh. It's sacre bleu, if I do say. Oh, here. som är tom. Just want to make sure the pores are in their keep. Seems fair. Well, you want to know what's actually fair is, you know, actually giving pores like actual shit, you know, to survive on and like live on, instead of just like, you know, forcing them to like do something that they really even can't or, you know, frankly want to do. And I say can't because, like, there's a lot of fucking things, like, frankly, money that, you know, is kind of hard to come by when it comes to doing certain shit that, you know, like, you know, when it comes to pulling a weight. Like getting an ID or fucking, you know, gas and shit like that. Socialism. Shocker. I mean, it's like, and also not even really. I mean, it's just like, I mean, that's just kind of like basic social democracy. That's not even like full-on socialism. I mean, it's like what I mean, that's just the bare minimum. That's just a foundation as far as I'm concerned, you know, for what I advocate for. So, I mean, yeah, at least for me it is. But, I mean, for a lot of countries, that's basically as far as their socialism goes. It's just social democracy. Which, at bare minimum, I want. I want to go further than that, but let's at least, you know, bare minimum get there. You know, let's at least get to that point, and I feel like, you know, we can at least be more right. Nice. Here, let's see if there's like any other pictures I missed from showing from even the other couple nights. Oh my god, I definitely did. There was literally this gigantic fucking Pokemon that was around. Deadass, there's straight up a gigantic fucking Pokemon that someone happened to be in. Just out of nowhere, I was just like, you know, I looked up and I'm like, oh fuck, it's a Pokemon. Then I see these cute, cartoony looking dudes come around the corner. Got like a mouse and I think a bear? I'm pretty sure. Here. Oh, there's actually not some bad pics of the fat dance circle at the dance hall that was going on from last night. Mainly because it's an actually open space, so my phone was able to actually fucking focus in on the whole environment and everything. Of course, unfortunately, except for the people in the center, which is who I was initially trying to focus on. Please don't talk about Pokemon. I'm not. Like, I just mentioned it once just because someone happened to be in, like, a gigantic, big, chungus Pokemon suit. All I can hear when I hear that word right now is the end of the Weed Gauntlet, and that weebs are doing that poor Vaporon. Wait, what? Wait, what the fuck are you talking about? I haven't gotten that far into the Gauntlet yet. I have not gotten that far into the Gauntlet. Like, I only listened to most, like, about half of it so far now. Like, I caught, like, 30 minutes of it when I was at the con, because, like, I was at the bar and I, you know, was just listening into the show, you know, while I was having some drinks. And it was around the time they were talking about, like, you know, some other dude's con experience or some shit. And, which, whatever, you know, it's not a big deal to me. But, like, all in all, I mean, like, they were, you know, they were basically saying, like, you know, what's, like, raunchy and, like, you know, horrible and gross about, like, anime cons sometimes. At least when it comes to some of the more, like, you know, the smells or some of the people and shit. And, you know, because, obviously, I just came back from a fur con. Like, I had at least some direct, you know, experience with, you know, with furries in this situation. And honestly, you want to know something? I did not smell any, like, schwitz or schwetz, you know, from anybody. I smell a little bit for myself, mostly from when I got there, because I was walking and schwitzing after, you know, taking the fucking, like, you know, the transit over there. And I had to walk at least, like, 15 minutes the rest of the way, but whatever. Or, well, less, about maybe, like, 10 minutes, if that. But, I mean, you know, so with, you know, with all the heat, yeah, I'm gonna be schwitzing a bit. But I didn't smell any. In fact, there's, like, a lot of, like, perfumes and fursuit sprays and shit like that that people sell and make and stuff. Just on the virtue of, you know, just helping with scents and smells. It's like a big thing. The weebs, I want to fuck it iwi. It's why, because water type apparently implies perpetual wet pussy. Oh my god. They talk about fucking one and explicit. Okay, look, I mean. Oh no, dude. Okay, I see what you're. Oh, fuck. Okay, I see what you're talking about, man. Yeah. I mean, look, I mean, I unfortunately can't really bitch that or complain too much, because, like, I mean, there's definitely a lot of, like, furry characters and shit that I can look at and be like, yeah, I'd fuck it. But the thing is, though, I'm not gonna be, like, you know, being like, or, like, go into some weird fucking detail about it. I just, like, it's like, yep, I'd fuck it and just move on with my life. You know, it's like, I don't really need to, like, go into too much, like, visible detail, because, you know, I kind of can figure out the whole implication. It's like, yeah, I'd fuck it. Like, I was watching The Bad Guys, which is a new movie that, I think came out like a year or two ago. It was a recent film. And, honestly, the, Foxington chick, like, the female, like, Fox character, I'm not even gonna lie, I was just like, yeah, I was just, like, straight up in my head, I'm like, yeah, yeah, I'd tap it, just straight up, I just would. But, I mean, am I gonna go in some detail about it? No, I'm just gonna state the fact and then, yeah, move on. Kind of like with TJ and Lola Bunny. You know, it's just like, he states the fact that, yeah, he'd fuck that little, you know, bunny, like, and he don't give a fuck. He just states the fact and he just lets it known. So, hey, respect. It's just, once you, like, make it a weird fantasy thing and start going into, like, some weird fucking, like, you know, like, video thing that you were talking about, like, I've heard of Some Ordinary Gamer. Yeah, he sounds familiar. I mean, I know the name. I don't think I've seen his content, though, but I know what you're talking about it, because back then, I'm pretty sure I might have seen it before. It's one of the OG YouTubers. Yeah. Inspired me to resub. You had some great takes. Oh, you want on Vosh? Oh, I don't know. Man, I haven't heard Some Ordinary Gamer in a long time. Here, seeing what other little things I can see for pictures I can share. Or at least the ones I don't think I've shared yet. You used to have a really centrist takes, but I guess having trans friends tends to force you left. Well, yeah, as it usually does. Which, you know, especially at, like, certain cons as well, there is just legitimately, like, a shitload of, you know, people like that. Like, honestly, at the con I was at, there was literally probably only, like, at most, like, maybe, like, 5 people out of the literal 1,009 attendance of the entire time, like, that were probably conservative. The only reason why I say is because, at least one suitor had a Blue Lives Matter hoodie. Shit you fuck not. So, I mean, you know, it's like, they were just like anyone else, hanging out and shooting shit, you know, hanging out with people and stuff. So, they, you know, evidently, like, you know, they at least don't care enough about, trans people to be like weirded out the fact that they're literally at a convention where like probably half the people there are some way, shape, or form. So it's just like, you know, at least, you know, even to the conservatives that go there, at least they don't give a fuck, even if they got their fucking leanings. Which really shows you, honestly, like, how much this whole, like, you know, groomer fucking narrative shit really doesn't sell. It's like, because even, you know, at, like, you know, FurCon shit, yeah, like, I also remember one year when I was at Furland, there was a guy literally with a MAGA flag. I think it was actually back in 2016, one of the first few times I went there. I think it was, like, the second time I went there. And there's, like, a fursuiter literally with a MAGA flag. So, I mean, you know, it's like, they're out there, and, you know, but at least, you know, to some of these people, they don't give that much of a shit. They just like, yeah, believe this, and whatever. You know, and they, you know, and that's just like about as far as it goes for them. Which is, you know, better than being a full-on radical militant freak. Like, honestly, like, I'd rather them be at least just, like, stupidly wrong politically, you know, than just, like, some unhinged militant psychopath. So, I mean, if I had to pick a lesser of two evils ideologically on that, I mean, I'm gonna pick the more casual conservative guy that will go to a furry con with a shitload of progressive lefty trans people. So, I mean, you know, like, whatever, you know. Definitely picking, you know, the person I'd rather hang out with. And also, there's like a military fur, too. I was talking with him a little bit earlier today. And the dude's actually pretty chill. And of course is a progressive lefty dude too, because he noticed my class 4 vet patch that I had on my chest rig, or at least my chest pack that I had with me the entire time. And, you know, kind of talked about that for a little bit. Which honestly, a shitload of people noticed that, were complimenting it. I didn't even mean to like talk labor with a lot of different people there and shit, but I ended up honestly doing that. So, hey, you know, just unintentionally, but hey, got, you know, spreading the radicalism somehow. In that little tool here. We already have that. Yeah, for this one. Oh. Actually, I have a couple pictures from the whole like dance comp too that went on. I don't think I shared either of these either. Honestly, like, I'm not really, like, was, like, a major fan of, like, the whole dance competition stuff for the longest time, but I decided to check it out, yeah, this time around, and honestly, I was genuinely pretty impressed and, like, actually enjoyed myself, you know, watching it. Because, like, obviously you could tell there's, like, a shitload of people just, you know, hanging out. And there was, at least one more person that I think I took a picture of. Yeah, this fella. I mean, it's kind of hard to kind of show them, like, dancing, basically, like, with just still frames, because it looks like this person just, like, ready them. You know, it's, like, got a holster, and he's got, like, you know, fucking, like, gunslinging status right there, just, like, alright, get ready to fucking draw at noon or some shit. At least right here, this kind of looks like there's a little dance going on, but, like, some frames don't totally look like there is. They just kind of look like they're just standing there. Or just look in awkward position, just like, Spent months gathering votes for free resolution. The following is drawn by Pan-Galactic Alliance against the foreigners, and they blatantly spit in your face. Have a kitten, I'll throw a set kitten at you. You're saying that like it's supposed to be a bad thing. I wish to, yeah, throw a kitten at me. Throw the kitten at me. Give me the kitten. There's no guarantee that kitten's coming back, by the way. That kitten probably will very likely be mine, if you do so. Xenophobe military, so I expect to say fuck up at Xenophiles. I'm shocked. Well, they probably, you know, I mean, if you think about it, are kind of like, you know, probably see you as a joke, you know, as, you know, in the galactic kind of society, so to speak. I mean, it's like, you know how the Fallen Empires are in that game. Like, they literally just look down and will pretty much spit in the face unless you are essentially like a full-on puppet to them. So you don't have, like, anything that you want to do or, you know, wish to do and shit. Literally, the strongest regular empire spent the last 30 years putting down revolts in my allies. Well, then it's trying to keep this alliance together. Well, maybe they don't necessarily see it as strong, you know, and are just, you know, kind of waiting for an opportunity or some shit. I mean, I have no idea. Ooh. Ah, that felt good. Ah. Let's go. Yeah. Let's see what's going on for the tube. Yeah, fuck it. Let's see what's a prison for some bruisins. If it. But, oh no. What the fuck? Okay. These glory hair memes are getting a little ridiculous. And this was 2 years ago? Oh my god. Billie Eilish versus Angus McFife, dude. What the what in the hell? Wait, there's another one directly below it. There's like straight up another meme directly below. This is a day ago. Oh my god. I mean, my goodness. Oh, but you sent a pic. You sent me a bunch. What in the flippity flip flam? What in the fuck? What in the hell are all these little things just chilling? What's going on here? Oh my god. Attack moon. Oh, those are the attack moons? Oh my fucking god. Oh my sweet baby rays. Those are attack moons. Dude, those things look fucking ridiculous. Holy shit. Now you're sending me more. Oh no. What's happening with this? Holy a behemoth planet craft. Jesus McFuckety. Holy McBalls, dude. Military power. Just dead. Just a death skull. Jesus. There's like, yeah, I guess in a way there ain't no way in hell like, you know, you're gonna be able to really defeat those things unless you literally sent every like piece of like military power to destroy it, and even then that probably wouldn't be possible. Damn. Ugh. "15 moons and 5 planets." Jesus. Pretty much, Milton Heavy has 30 moons and 10 planets. Well, that would probably explain why they're kind of like quote-unquote spitting you in the face of shit, because they got a little bit more power. And can kind of use that as a potential opportunity to fuck you up even more so than you fucking them up. Glory left my hammer, but now I wield the sword. Primal power, created once by the gods. I really don't get why that dog is in the laundry room. What is his deal about that laundry room? Freaking little fruit boy. Goofy little fruit. Oh, what's this? Sometime MacArthur reach a final deal to avoid the fall. I guess that's some new fucking info. Which I'm sure it's shit. Especially what you were talking about earlier, so I'm sure it's gonna be shit. And frankly, are just, you know, not gonna do anything that actually benefits or helps anybody, really. So, go figure. Wouldn't be too surprised. The SDI flows. Well, I mean, I want it to do that as well, but and also expand and increase. So, I mean, you know, like, at least for me, I'd most certainly would want it to be at least, you know, more than what it is. World's first gas-powered guitar? Why? Okay, that's just fucking dumb. I mean, honestly though, I mean, it's just like, why? That's just like, just why? It's Barack Obama once said, you know, don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. Yeah, if there was actually fucking, like, you know, goods, you know, to be had in the first place, but there ain't. there just legit isn't when it comes to something like that.
I wanna set the universe on fire, feel it burn tonight, set the universe on fire, there's no end in sight.
So Ultra's answers, what the fuck is that, Freaks of Nature? Ooh. The Freaks of Nature. Whoa. Well, definitely want to check that out, actually. I'm always down to check out biological freaks of nature. Alright, I'm getting Zooks out of that fucking laundry room. This damn dog. Hey, chili boy. Hey. Oh, he's just knocked the fuck out. Hey. It's only knocked the hell out, aren't you? Hey, buddy. See, you are just knocked out. Oh my goodness. Oh. I wanna set the universe on fire, feel it burn tonight. My boy is just knocked the fuck out. He is just sprawled out, just out like a rock. He is exhausted. As much as Turkling will probably vote to have McCarthy stripped the speaker. If I understand in terms of his appointment, it only takes one vote to bring a notion to remove him. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess that would be a good thing. I mean, I mean, you know, 'cause honestly, like, I mean, when it comes to the status quo, it's always going to just be more based around just, like, essentially, you know, giving more, you know, concessions towards, like, the radical conservative wing, more so than progressive, you know, wing of anything. So it's, like, it's honestly why, like, you know, she would, you know, like, while they'll probably at least to some extent placate her to a little bit. But I don't know, Lord forbid if Gres does shit like that, could that be comedy at them or something? Can't have that. No. Because even though it, you know, should be, I guess it's not on the political menu because something. It's just like, it's like good fuck Lord, man. It's like these prudish little fucking weasels. It's like they really can't fucking just, like, look at, you know, one, you know, little fucking, you know, shit and just be like, hey, let's actually fucking just, like, you know, give at least, not just breadcrumb, but just, like, an actual slice of bread for once. I mean, they can't actually see, like, the benefit, even, you know, like, with the long-term profit that they would still get out of that. It's like, seriously. Because they never look at long-term fucking, you know, things. They always just look at shit in the most immediate, like, fiscal quarterly sense. Charles Football seems to get it. Well, yeah. I mean, because they actually understand about how to try to keep their populace, you know, complacent. I mean, the thing is, it's like, even, you know, their people have, you know, different protests and strikes and shit like that. It wasn't that long ago when I think in, like, Shenzhen, and, like, a few other, cities with, like, a lot of, like, you know, manufacturing shit. Like, there was a lot of different, strikes and protests and shit with, I think, one of the last, like, waves of shutdown, you know, that they had, you know, because COVID, spiked, like, one last big time. And because of that, I mean, like, on lockdown for so long, it actually kind of, exacerbated a lot of the different, you know, conditions that they already were fucked, and, at least, you know, the Chinese government had to, you know, react to that to some extent to where they, you know, or at least, you know, made more complicit, which includes at least addressing some of their issues. I mean, which, you know, obviously they busted their shit up and they fucking, you know, broke the strikes and sent, you know, the riot teams and whatever the fuck, but, you know, as at least, you know, reaction with that still, they're like, alright, we'll give you, like, this and this, but, you know, most of your shit, nah. Aw. He readjusted himself. Now he's in a more dense ball. Aw. So cute. What a cute little thing. Here. Let's check out this. Let's check out the freaks of nature.
Another episode of What the F is This, where you can expect to be horrified by nature beyond comprehension in a variety of different ways. Why? Why do I do this to you? And my poor editor, what? I must remind you, I don't technically pick these animals myself. The internet is filled with viral videos of strange creatures and people asking, what the f is that? I merely get tagged in them, likely talk about them on TikTok.
Post some breaking points. Alright, we'll check it out after
And
this.
then collect them into a giant list.
This isn't that long.
Find common themes for this series, like worms, aliens, things you shouldn't touch, God-forsaken creatures, and today's episode, freaks that get freaky. Yeah, there were a few on the list that caused a common horror by the ways that they mate. So, buckle up for episode 5 of What the F is This? We usually start these episodes with general information we gotta get out of the way, but in this case, there's really no specific general information to talk
It's about
about.
24 minutes. Well, this is 13, so when I say this isn't that long, I assumed that was going to be longer.
Enormous amount of ways that animals get down with the get down, and I can't possibly outline every single one in this video. So think of this more as like a catered 5-course meal, getting a little bit of different things. 5-course meal is usually set up as hors d'oeuvres, appetizer, salad, main course, and dessert. I had to look that up, just so you know. I didn't know that. I'm not British. But instead, we're gonna do 2 appetizers and 3 main courses. So, allow me to introduce you to appetizer 1, scorpions. It's actually really ironic. Scorpions do something
She actually did eat one.
called my French accent is probably the worst in this entire planet. Promenade. Oh God, ew. Promenade,
Gorlami.
where the male will grab the female's hands, well, pinchers, their big meat claws, and start leading her in a lovely dance while he tries to figure out the perfect place to put his little bag of sperm on the floor. The spermatophore. Sperm on the floor. Spermatophore. She might try to sting him. In a few species, he might try to sting her. And this dance hopefully eventually leads to him dancing her over the bag of sperm so it can get catapulted into her. In many arachnids,
I mean, that is just, like, random as fuck. So these scorpions do it, like, they fuck by doing a dance-off, basically. And the man, like, the male scorpion basically has to bust, like, a nut, like a literal, like, nut on the ground that's just, like, there. And somehow, like, dance her over it, so it just, like, gets all up in her or something. Dude, what in the flippity flip flam? And, oh my god, look at this cute little jumpy spider.
the scorpions, this sometimes ends in sexual cannibalism, where the female eats the male. Which brings me to appetizer 2. Appetizer 2, anglerfish, where often males become sexual parasites to females. The males are much smaller, look nothing like the female. They don't look like anglerfish at all. That classic anglerfish look that you're familiar with, yeah, that's a lovely lady. The only purpose these males
that
have
is a beautiful woman and you'll embrace it.
is to find a female, latch onto her, start feeding from her blood, so their tissues can become fused together as one. He loses his eyes, fins, some internal organs, no job, no prospects, and becomes a mere appendage of the female, only alive to provide her sperm whenever she wants it. I actually have a whole page about this in my Spooky Specimens color.
I mean, that is honestly kind of just like, damn. I mean, but I guess it would be in a weird way in Incel's bedroom. It's like, oh my god, I can literally be infused with my waifu. Oh god, man, alright, you know, that Weeaboo Gauntlet, even though I haven't completed it yet, oh shit, it's ingrained itself in me a little bit. Oh fuck. Oh man, I kind of regret just saying that. Like, I'm truly sorry. God.
Alright, see, those were quick. Appetizers. Now, let's move on to our first main course. If you've ever come across this video on the internet, or
Oh, I've seen these.
you might have thought this was
It's a moth.
CGI, or some sort of weird hairy tentacle sculpture made for a French horror film. But since it's being showcased in this video, I'm sure we can all recognize this as some sort of moth waiting to get slutted out. This is Creatinodus gangus, also called the Baphomet moth.
The Baphomet moth.
And you guessed it, Australia. This one in particular is a male, and all that crazy shit is inflatable. On a typical day, the male looks like this. Classic, run-of-the-mill moth. Nothing special. But when night comes and he's ready to mate, he turns into this. These weird tentacle-like extensions are called coromata, or hair pencils. They're organs that essentially sit inside of a pocket in the moth's abdomen and become inflated and start pumping out pheromones when he's trying to find a lady.
So what in the hell? So they have like inflatable like balloon sack things?
Got 4 bottles of Sauvage strapped to the trunk. Oftentimes, these pheromones attract other males and they form a little moth fraternity, calling out for females to get. Like the human fraternities that we're familiar with, this method is surprisingly successful. The females soon arrive, and once contact occurs, the coromata deflate and they mate. It's a whole event. Any females who ultimately didn't get a chance to mate start calling out with their own pheromones that come from tubules inside the body, not the big shit. Let the males know they have been left behind, and the process begins again. Okay, so that's what happens, but I have more to say about the hair pencils. Turns out that the size that they get to is directly related to how they spend their life as a caterpillar. As we know from the very hungry caterpillar, caterpillars like to eat plants. Sometimes plants produce compounds called pyrrolizidine alkaloids, which are supposed to serve as a defense mechanism and keep insects from eating them. But the little caterpillars love this shit. It's like Popeye's spinach to them. The more of these danger compounds that they eat as a little caterpillar, the larger their hair pencils will be later on, after they transition to adulthood via metamorphosis. It also impacts pheromone production in a positive way. So, in summary, more danger compounds equals more chicks. Evolution is crazy, isn't it? That's sort of equal.
So, like, damn. So it's like, it kind of sounds in a weird way, kind of like, yo, I'm gonna take like these, you know, like epic drugs, you know, to be kind of cultural, so I can, you know, get some of that like crazy hippie, you know, pum pum. You know what I'm saying, girl?
Physiological relationship.
It's like, oh my god, dude.
Small. So many delicate little details that evolved to make up the lives of these moths and their future generations. But also, how the fuck did this happen? They look like some kinky alien shit. But they are by far not the only species that have these. Creatinotus gangus has a sister species, Creatinotus transiens, that has almost identical hair pencils. This is like a thing in the moth and butterfly community. Not all of them have it, and there's plenty of different kinds of hair pencils. Most of them don't look so tentacle-like, but unfortunately some do. Gion, roll the clip. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, oh god, that's what happens. They actually just like explode like that. I mean, the sound actually made it more funny, but oh god, that was a little creepy.
Okay, so many species.
That was creepy.
Moths and butterflies.
At least it was decrypified a little bit.
Pencils evolved in very elaborate ways, different shapes and
The
sizes.
Bill Creek makes humanity. At least that means we need to strip out now. Well, duh. I mean, it kind of needs to be like something that, you know, obviously, like, I mean, it's not like we're like no one's inherently the owner of Earth, like, you know, really. But like at the end of the day, you know, like we obviously need to have a balance and not exploit nature because we still have to live on it too. That pup was knocked the fuck out earlier. He was also being a real good boy too. Surprisingly, he wasn't getting all freaked out by first hits or anything.
Huh.
He actually was curious about him. It was like, oh my god, big versions of me.
Probably would say it too.
Specific and different factors impacted how those hair pencils evolved to look. What those factors were is not where.
Nah, it's all good. I got Dad to do it. So.
My mind actually went to.
Yeah.
Are there any moths that twerk? So I Google searched, do any moths twerk? Let me.
Pissed off my mom today.
How'd you piss her off?
Told her I was buying a new bike, even though I already bought it.
Oh.
I told her I was giving my other one to a friend back at home.
What did she say about that?
She's like, well, you didn't pay for it. I said, yeah, the money you gave me for my car. Yeah, woman. Think about what you're saying on that one. So I told her I'd send a picture when I got it. So I took a picture yesterday and sent that one to my buddy, and I'm like, alright, yeah, I'll use this one. Hey, Mom.
Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me.
I'll put the link to this in the description because I feel like somebody's going to want this. That's that with that. Now, we're going to move on to a different species.
Wait, what?
Do you know I have chicken nuggets?
Yeah.
And they're Chick-fil-A.
As in male and female in a very different way. You might have heard of hermaphroditic species, animals that instead of having male and female individuals do both at the same time. They produce both male and female.
What is this weird, like, you know, goddamn postmodern gobbledygook right here? It's like, what? They're literally only two. How's they're both going on at once? What?
Sex cells. This can happen in a few different ways, producing both types of sex cells at the same time.
I'm just like, I'm kind of poking a little fun in a way, because, like, I mean, in the natural world, there's obviously more than, like, two biological, like, you know, ways of reproduction, male or female stuff. There's, like, you know, intersex / hermaphroditical reproduction, hydras, stuff like that.
Simultaneously, or at different times in their life cycle, like starting as a female, then becoming a male, starting as a male, becoming a female, different combos, social hierarchy type of shit. Lots of different ways that this happens. There are over 65,000 hermaphroditic invertebrate species that we know, occurring in over 2/3 of the invertebrate phylum. You know, this cladogram that we usually use for these videos. And in about 450 species of vertebrate fishes. Just fishes, I don't think any other types of vertebrates that we know of. Although often capable, hermaphroditic species don't self-fertilize if they can help it, because it's more beneficial to mix and get some genetic diversity going on. But that doesn't mean that they can't. You could tell a nematode to go fuck itself, and it literally could end up pregnant. Okay, Force 2. Roll the clip.
Can someone explain this to me? Is this slugs reproducing? Because there's something out.
Yes, that actually is.
Bro, you didn't cash on you?
No. Oh my god, why is everyone asking me? I should be one asking for that. I mean, at least for me.
You know I'm broke all the fucking time.
Well, I mean, I literally only have 200, and that's going for Seattle. So, I mean, and they're in.
You're leaving what, Thursday?
Tomorrow? No, not tomorrow. Tuesday.
I could give you
That's touching.
money back.
I don't know what this is. I'm not Googling it. Is that how slugs reproduce?
This is how leopard slugs reproduce. Their scientific name is Limax maximus, which translates to the biggest slug, and not the biggest slug though. But we've got the maximum slug right here. Let's do a freeze frame on a video and identify which different parts we got going on. We've got 2 slugs, a string of mucus, and 2 penne. Your brain might immediately go to the penis fencing and the flatworms in the alien episode of this series. It immediately seems familiar. Another hermaphroditic animal. But with the slugs, this is actually more of a Cirque du Soleil situation than a Japs. Because these dirty skanks perform a very calculated, ritualistic dance. When 2 leopard slugs find each other, they first go to some elevated point and they start making a ton of slime. Just a shit ton of slime. Enough to make a rope that comes down from the elevated point. And they descend on the slime rope upside down while they twirl around each other like acrobats in a counterclockwise direction, always, because their penne come out of the right side of their head, and they are really big, like usually as long as their actual bodies. And the Italian ones, whole different story. So the balance, the asymmetry, makes them rotate counterclockwise, and the penne wrap around each other like so, and exchange fluids. I just heard what I said, and I had a moment of realization about what I do for a living.
Oh my god. Oh man, biology, dude. That's why I love biology, and the way she, you know, like, does it too, because it's honestly legitimately kind of fun. Like, she at least makes it entertaining, and honestly it reminds me so much of my biology/genetics teacher I had in high school. Like, I mean, like, she has, like, a very similar kind of, like wholesome, like, chaotic energy that, you know, is, you know, that he had just as much she did, too.
You know, rather than one or the other. So they fertilize and get fertilized.
Wait, so hold on. Before you stick around, so wait, what? As an owner, dude, no one's like inherently like an owner of the planet. Like, as far as I'm concerned, like, this planet is not like for sale, period. Like, I just reject that notion entirely. The apex species, sure, you know, but like, you know, the whole ownership thing, I just reject that as a concept fundamentally.
Can even store the sperm for later if they choose to do so. This is just normal, typical stuff, guys. Normal, typical stuff. If you really think about it, hermaphroditism makes a lot of sense evolutionarily. If your goal in life is to pass on your genes at a high rate so the next generation has a lot of your genes, and that's what survival of the fittest really is, isn't it? It's really survival of who gets to scissor the most. So hermaphroditic species essentially double their dating pool. They can get down with anyone of their species they run into. I guess that actually just really evens out the competition across the board, so my point does not stand. Scratch what I just said, it was pointless. Let's just move on to the final creature of our lineup. This one I actually personally picked to accompany the last 2. It's like a chef's special, because as far as I know, there aren't any viral videos of them with people asking what the fuck is that, but they definitely should be viral. The Pololo worm, found in shallow tropical waters of the South Pacific Ocean. They only mate at specific times of the year during a specific phase of the moon. Some witch course.
So what the fuck? That is like some straight, like, pagan ritual shit. Like, what in the fuck?
Watch, they're gonna turn this worm into a deity. That's not all though. The moon shit is cool, but they're not the only animals that do this. It's something called lunar periodicity. They are considered a classic textbook case, but that's not the reason why they made it into this video. Surprise, surprise, the way they reproduce is nuts. The back end of their bodies break off. Should I draw it? I'm gonna draw it. Why use one of the many diagrams online when I can draw it myself in a shitty way? Worm. And then they have other end of the worm, and it goes flash, and it goes up to the surface of the ocean. And this releases egg and sperm into the water until it dissolves, and babies get made in a giant egg and sperm stew. That's the Spark Notes version. Let me explain.
How in the flippity flip flam does that work?
Throughout the year, the worms live sheltered in coral, and they just hang out. While they're doing this, a separate piece of their body buds off their tail end, called an epitope. It's like a noodle extension of themselves that gets to about 40 centimeters long and only contains reproductive cells. Egg, or sperm. That's it. During the third quarter of the moon,
that's why it dissolves, huh?
sometime in the spring, that epitope gets launched off the rest of the worm and makes their way to the surface, along with the epitopes of other worms around it. And all the epitopes swim around, flipping around like noodles caught in a current, releasing eggs and sperm until they completely disintegrate. And then right there in the water, the sex cells make contact and make new worms and start their life as a little larva. Okay, so the process of shooting shit into the ocean and hoping something sticks probably doesn't sound very evolutionarily favorable. Not really smart if you're trying to pass on your precious genes to the next generation with efficiency. But this is actually a really popular mode of reproduction in the ocean called broadcast spawning. The parents of the offspring never make contact. Oftentimes they can't. They're sessile, attached to the ocean floor or substrate, like coral or sponges or mussels. They have no choice but to...
I mean, in a way, it's just basically how, like, you know, plants, you know, operate in a sense. I mean, because, you know, most plants, you know, don't reproduce by making contact at all.
In the tides.
It's with pollen.
Shit out. Luckily, these spawning events are often controlled by water temperature, lunar, solar signals, and the specifics depend on each species. And that does give them a leg up. But usually the eggs and sperm are just like released right there. No extra step. With the Pololo worms, that shit gets sent elsewhere. It's like a rocket ship. It's essentially a sexual satellite. There's a lot of cultural significance.
Sexual satellite.
The reason why Western science has known about these worms since the 1800s is because of native populations in these South Pacific islands, like Samoa, Tonga, Fiji, that built traditions around these delicately timed spawning events. They were the ones to determine environmental cues that helped predict Pololo days, nights that the epitopes first emerge so they can be harvested. And because this only happens once or twice a year, this is considered a delicacy. And so the harvest are really big events. Different cultures will fry them into a rice dish or cook them with coconut cream or just eat them raw right out of the water. That's it.
Yeah. I'd rather have some, like, you know, coconut cream and other, you know, preparation.
It's finished. I have a little extra piece of dessert though. Don't worry. Next week's video is a quiz. Yeah, the second quiz on this channel. I decided I'm going to be doing a unit quiz about every 10 videos. I think this time it's 11. I give you multiple choice questions based on those last 10 videos and give you the opportunity to see how much information you've retained. You can approach it however you want. You can kind of just go with the flow, see how you do. You can turn it into a drinking game with friends, or you can take it very seriously.
I like that. I like that idea.
All 10 videos and take notes this time, whatever you want to do. I'll be doing a live stream review session on my Patreon. It'll be casual and fun and also give you all the information that you need to know.
Oh, she does like Patreon live streams? Well, I might have to check her Patreon out.
Answers though, because that's not fun. But check out my Patreon if you're interested in that. In this case, the quiz will cover every video posted since quiz 1, including the video where I ate the scorpion, because there is some valuable information in that somehow. So hit the books and get studying. And in summary of today's 5-course meal, freaks are everywhere, doing all sorts of freaky shit. But what's freaky depends on your own perspective. What our species...
Whoa, hold up. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. I saw that.
Course meal. Freaks are everywhere, doing all sorts of freaky shit. But what's freaky depends on your own perspective.
Hey. Oi. Oi. I saw that. What the fuck? I caught that.
Normal. All this cultural shit would sound absolutely nuts to a leopard slug or a Baphomet monk or a Pololo worm. So while you probably came
getting called out over here,
expecting to learn about all the freaky ways that animals are freaky, I hope you're leaving with the perspective that freaks are
well, hey, yes, we are everywhere.
Everything, including us. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss your chance to test your knowledge in next week's quiz.
Yeah, I'm definitely on, like, see, this is kind of partly why I actually do think she has a little bit of, like, that, I don't even know what I'm doing now, if we're going to check out the other link here soon. But, like, I mean, she really does remind me of, like, you know, my biology genetics teacher, because he did, you know, a similar thing. I think that bunny in your yard want to go to Fernlandia. That wasn't in my yard. That was by the airport. Like, I don't have any bunnies around over here. That was up in North Portland, like, way up there. Like, where Airport Way and 82nd meet, basically. Like, in that little section, right next to the Sheraton. Oh, yeah. That's where they were all at. I wish there was bunnies over here. I would befriend it and make it a pet. Like, unironically, I'd, you know, tame one of those little guys. Because honestly, those little bunnies were just kind of chilling. Like, they weren't really, like, freaked out by me at all. They were just kind of sitting there. I mean, if I got a little too close, they would hop away a little bit and be like, what the fuck? There wants to fuck a bunny. Yeah, Lola Bunny. From the first Space Jam, maybe. Or Judy Hopps if she wasn't so fucking small. I'm not really about the whole, like, major size difference thing, so that, you know, like, I want her to, like, you know, increase in, at least in height. You know, so. I mean, there's a specificity here. Here's that thingamaboot. Featuring someone or gamers. Okay. Huh. Well, I actually saw this recommended to me, I just didn't check it out yet. This is me, I'm Yosemite right here. I used to have 3 squirrels outside my place. I had like 9 or 10 of them, and they were all grunting a fight and chasing each other. Oh my god, they were like, must be breeding season. I think so. Because you know, I don't, for surprisingly, there isn't really that many squirrels around here and shit. I'm kind of down for midgets, or is it better to say dwarf? What? Oh, I know, okay, well, okay, midgets or dwarf, okay, I feel like that is kind of, I don't know, I feel like that is just kind of a gray area. I think, you know, for a lot of little people is the term they prefer. Okay, yeah, I think that's a more broad accepted term. Which is epithet, yeah. Though the thing is, like, there are a lot of little people that are okay with it and don't mind it. You know, like, there's people like Brad Williams, who's a comedian who, like, says midget, like, all the time. So it's just, like, you got people who, you know, are, you know, who have dwarfism and shit, but are fine with it. But, you know, at the same time, a lot of them don't. So that's why I say I think it's at least a little bit of a gray area, because, I mean, there are some that don't care. But at the same time, you know, it's probably better to not just risk it. Like, wait for them to kind of, like, say it to kind of give you the okay, almost, you know? I would expect comedians to have thicker skin with that stuff, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, also Brad Williams is a comedian. Like, so he would have thicker skin and honestly, you know how to positively use it in a way that is funny. You know, and not, like, overtly derogatory, obviously. Especially when he's little person himself, you know? So it's like, I mean, you know, all in all, I mean, it's like, that's why I say, you know, for some people, like, you know, even if they're not a comedian, they might have thicker skin about it, or just don't care, or are fine with it. But, yeah, like I said, though, it's probably better just not to totally risk it unless, I mean, they say it's okay. Basically, like, you know, if you're a part of the friend group, and your friend group's like, yeah, it's fine. Just don't, like, go being blatant about it outside the friend group. Because, obviously, you know, we have our friend group, so we are a little more edgy and raunchier about shit. Like, when it comes to my friends with, like, you know, Stefano, Metal T, and Harley and shit, like, I certainly got a little bit more of a raunchiness about myself. But I'm not like that all the time, or even in public and shit. You know, so it's like, you know, like, there's layers of, you know, a certain extent of, like, you know, acceptability and shit. But even, like, in certain, you know, even within a friend group, you know, even then, I think there's a line to say with certain shit. But when it comes to things like, you know, that type of shit, I mean, I don't know. It's not really that big of a deal to me. Well, you know, and just mainly because it doesn't really, like, you know, seem like really, like, super derogatory. I mean, but, you know, it's just something, you know, just because it seems a little bit more gray in comparison to other slurs. But whatever, you know, it's just like, it's better to just kind of avoid it and just basically, you know, just see if, you know, just wait for it to be kind of okay with the person you're talking with or hanging out with, essentially. Basically, just look for social cues, you know, it's pretty simple. It's disgusting. So he says that like he's seen things. Yeah, he probably has. I have seen some various different Rule 34 things, but yeah, that is one thing I haven't, and I don't want to. But then where if used within your peer group, it may be okay. Well, yeah. Like, you know, like for example, in my friend group, it really isn't, but it, like, sparingly and obviously just within Safe, it's like not terrible. If anything, it's just, you know, sometimes used as a shock, but even then we've kind of refrained from even doing that at this point. Honestly, if anything, we just use faggot more so than anything else. Or just shit like that. Mainly because, especially Harley, Metal T and I mean, we're all queer, so obviously, you know, we're all fine with it. Oh, here. Oh. It popped on my Twitter feed once, and I was like, wait, it's real? Yeah, it is. Well, I mean, of course. I mean, yeah, there's people who legit got a kink for it. And that's also another thing why I feel like, whole, like, term midget isn't really that bad. It's, because, I think it's just because, like, I mean, you got, like, different things, like, you got porn, you got different, like, comedians or, like, popular figures that will sometimes, use it and shit. So, I mean, like I said, at least, broadly as a slur, I feel like it's just a little bit more of a, gray area. I feel like it's better than, just, like, outright, like, well, I was about to say dwarf, but honestly, dwarf can be kind of empowering. It's like, I'm a dwarf, out in the mines, dwarfing for, and, mining for rubies, diamonds, and ore. I mean, it's just like, like, I don't know, like, dwarf actually can be kind of badass. So, I mean, hey, if I was a little person, I actually totally could be down with a dwarf, because then at that point, I'd just be a little person that would just grow a big fucking beard. And just, like, have long hair and just literally look like a dwarf. Like from Middle Earth or some shit. Oh, right here.
Jeremy Corbell reveals triangle UFO for military base. Oh, God. Oh my God, it's a guest speaker.
My friend Jeremy Corbell, friend of the show. He's the host of the Weaponized podcast, independent journalist, who's constantly educating us on the UFO topics. Great to see you again, sir.
Great to see you both.
Educating on the UFO. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God,
Jeremy,
dude.
You have just released some stunning new footage that you have obtained. Why don't you set up a little
bit? My God, man, I did not expect to get into this absurd, like, level of conspiracy. I thought it was going to be some other shit. I don't know. It's UFOs.
Some of the video from your podcast breaking it down.
Sure, yeah, this is an open investigation. We're doing something different.
God, he even...
Oh my God, hold on. What I wear for later? Actually, mostly just what I am right now. I bought a couple shirts, and one of them I'm actually wearing right now. Yeah. I'm sure you can probably see it from this angle. But I didn't really wear too much. I just kind of, because I didn't really have, like, too much of, like, a thing, to, like, like, think out for an outfit or some shit. So I just kind of wore this jacket and just my hat and just whole shebang. So basically just kind of went as myself.
Looks like a crank.
And we're crowdsourcing, actually to military, trying to get more information, more data. But here's the basics.
Why does this guy look like he probably, like, oh my God, his nose is, like, significantly redder than the rest of his face. Dude, this guy probably snorts some fucking Adderall or something, dude.
I got a tip from a couple bases, actually.
What's this guy's name again? Jeremy Corbell.
There was an event, but that's all that I got. And all of a sudden I was like, how am I going to get to the bottom of this? Started calling around. I found people on the ground. Over 50 eyewitnesses at one of the biggest military installations on planet Earth. It's called 29 Palms Military Base. Camp Wilson specifically, these Marines...
Oh, Christ. He's also a photographer, fashion designer, and author. He's a
What the hell?
Black belt in jiu-jitsu. In 2001, his first book was published, Radiant Source, Cultivating Warrior Consciousness, about his philosophy of martial arts.
Oh my God, dude, this guy sounds like a just straight up crank. Like a little grifter. Like he's a fashion designer, a photographer. What in the flippity fuck? Like, oh my Lord, dude. And also, if he is, or at least, was a professional photographer, he would know how to edit photos. So if he if he claims that there's like photos or videos, that he has or some shit, that just immediately implies that they are probably just straight up doctored.
Jiu-jitsu.
It's released several UAP videos, still images, which have been verified as authentic sources by the Pentagon and Department of Defense. As authentic, I mean, from the sounds of this guy, he sounds straight up like kind of a grifty crank or some shit. Like, I mean, how, like, what would make this shit authentic? I mean, like, I just don't necessarily, like, I mean, it's not like I don't want to believe, like, I want to, but I just don't, like, doesn't mean they're aliens. Well, I mean, sure. I mean, it could be, all sorts of different things, but still, it's just like, I mean...
we'll
just keep
for many
listening
years,
here.
developing his own styles of martial and healing arts, quantum jiu-jitsu.
What in the fuck? Oh my God. His credibility's going away. It's starting to wane.
He did an at-risk youth program. Well, that's nice, I guess.
Yeah, okay, that's good.
He contracted valley fever. That's not nice.
Quantum jujitsu, yes. I care. Yeah, it's right here. Quantum jujitsu and warrior yoga. Like, what in the hell, man?
He contracted valley fever. That's not nice. Fine art career. Fashion design. Man, this guy's
film career, investigating film
lived a storied life.
Yeah, this guy is like all over the place.
They said to me, they reported to me that they saw a craft, a triangle-shaped craft.
And you know what? I'm starting to see where, like, you know, the Adderall snorting and kind of this, like, quaff kind of metrosexual vibe is from now, because it was from when he used to be a fashion designer, because he straight up has got a little bit of a metrosexual vibe going on.
All the footage, go airdrop, get it from everybody. So within 36 hours, I've got witness testimony, they're telling me what's going on, and a whole bunch of videos and photos. The videos, I was like, there's gotta be flares, it's like black, night, you see lights in the sky. But then I got a low light photo from an iPhone, because they were switching from video to photo, so multiple angles. And when I saw this image, I'm like, there might be meat on this phone. You can see the outline of a craft. And so if the report is true, if what all these
Marines... That's how fast he talks. Yeah, I kind of wanted to maybe put this on 1.25 speed, but I'm not, because he's almost at, like, Ben Shapiro level of speaking. Like, he is speaking fairly fast. Like, every now and then, like, he's very, you know... I mean, he is a, public speaker to an extent, so he's, like, he knows how to talk. But yeah, like, he's speaking pretty fast, but every now and then he'll kind of slow down and be like, he'll kind of, drag out some stuff here and there. But yeah, dude's fucking, like, damn near Ben Shapiro speed.
I mean, I thought I had to dig in. So that was, like, almost 2 years ago. Man, did I dig in, try to get every source I could. And here we are today, where I kind of got to the end of that. I need more witnesses. There was a huge response from the base. Of course, there was a training exercise. There's always a training exercise going on there. It's a training facility. However, this was completely out of the ordinary. So I dug in.
I just noticed that he has just straight up a full-on gun safe in the background. I didn't even really notice that until just now. Wait, what the fuck is this in the corner? What is that? What's that thing? What the fuck is he just got hanging there? What the hell?
And man, this crowdsourcing thing is working. Just within the last 24 hours, I am bombarded with new photos, new images. So this is going to be an updating story, but wow.
That's incredible.
So let's take a look. We actually have, you got multiple videos. And
damn, his crack pipe just exploded in size, dude. Damn. Like, Vasha really got to hit that crack pipe now. He really's got to hit it.
But we have one of those that we can show folks that looks, as you describe it, I think there's 5 lights that you can see here that are in sort of a triangle formation. This to me was...
Oh my, okay. I mean, yeah, that could probably be an aircraft of some sort. Like, I don't really think it's that mysterious. I mean, chances are legit it's just fucking, strange sky. I think it's good to keep collecting. Well, sure. I mean, I'm not gonna, because what he's saying is, because these are a bunch of people, like, troops and people training at this facility and shit. But you can tell this is just some gigantic field. I wouldn't be, surprised if that field out there is like a, weapon testing field or some shit. Just kind of judging by the way it looks. So, I mean, I wouldn't also be surprised if there's, like, air traffic around here. Disingenuous. I mean, I'm just kind of, taking an assumption based off, just the way it looks. I mean, there even seems to be, like, kind of a soft outline of what looks like some sort of a, like, some sort of a craft. I mean, whether it's, like, some sort of a VTOL thing or... what? I mean, I have no fucking idea, but at least, I mean, I wish there was a way for me to, like, draw or some shit so I could kind of show a little bit, but there does seem to be, like, some sort of, like, a delta type of thing, and, like, these 4 dots in the back are kind of like the back end of it, and that front dot looks more like kind of near the front or something, but there is kind of, like, this soft little, like, delta wing shape, which I know a lot of, like, new experimental aircraft, that the military's, been testing or, qualified for, like, contracts and shit. I mean, you know, I know a lot of it is kind of VTOL, or not really VTOL, but yeah, delta wing based, or like, you know, kind of triangular. To explain them. Well, I mean, it's just a base assumption. I'm not saying absolutely that's, you know, what I'm saying is what it is. Like, because obviously I don't fucking know. I mean, I'm just kind of taking a guess, you know, just based off, you know, what I'm looking at. I mean, frankly, it could be literally a fucking bunch of unicorns, you know, fucking descending on Earth or some shit. I mean, you know, who knows? You know, it's like
most stunning.
Like, yeah, it could be anything, really.
That we can play. Let's take a look at that.
I mean, because it could straight be flares. It could be fucking like anything. It could be an alien or some shit. Who knows?
A picture, you can see like a black triangular shape.
Why are these not flares?
Because they stayed there for a solid 10 minutes, just in the same spot.
And flares don't sit in one spot for 10 minutes?
No.
No, they fall.
So you personally know
moving?
these were not flares.
Wait, is it? Oh, is this okay? Oh, I honestly thought it was just a black screen. There is something there.
This is a craft?
Yeah, I would have to believe so. With the picture I took with the black triangular shape underneath the lights, it's definitely not any type of like flare or illumination rounds or anything.
I didn't mean to butt in, but I work with artillery, and we shoot illumination rounds out of our arty guns into the air to illumine infantry guys. And this was nothing compared to what that is.
What if it's drones?
None of us had ever seen.
I mean, it could be that too. It could be a drone.
Or it was completely.
Maybe like some sort of experimental drone. Maybe. I mean.
Can you tell us a little bit more?
I'm afraid we won't know for a long time, if ever. Which is why I think, you know, just like this weird sense of lack of transparency within the military and shit is a little dumb. Like, I mean, it's like you don't have to necessarily say, you know, that yes, this is exactly what it is, you know, but you could just say that, like, yeah, it's, you know, some that we're testing. You know, we're testing some technology, you know, what it is, we were, you know, classified on that, but that's what it is. At least, you know, they can give us a basic foundation of, like, yeah, you know, like, you know, we'll at least put some transparency to at least, you know, like, kind of, you know, like, at least, you know, have, like, some assurance about what the fuck it is. If it's just like, we don't know, wink, then, I mean, what the hell? It's just like, that just, you know, it makes, you know, it adds, you know, to the aspect of a lot of this weird, you know, conspiratorial angle and shit. It's because of the lack of transparency. It's like, and like I said, I mean, they don't have to, like, you know, say every fucking little detail about what it is, but they could just simply say, it's like, yeah, we're, you know, testing a new aerial research right now with, you know, some different aircraft we're testing, you know, so that's what that video was. It's like, we ain't gonna explain what it is, but, you know, it's like, you know, but that's what it is. You know, it's like, you know, you could infer from what it is from there. Which that would be fine, because at least then we could be like, oh, are they testing drones or an aircraft or whatever the fuck? At least then it narrows down what the hell it is.
There, because it seems like it's sort of hovering in one spot, but maybe making.
But these hucksters like Corbell never fucking deliver what they promise. Exactly, that's the problem. That's why he's a crank. Like, a lot of these people that have, like, authenticity with the Pentagon are basically just, like, huckstering the Pentagon with a lot of this shit. Because I want it, you know, to be the case where there is merit and legitimacy, you know, to a lot of this type of stuff. I mean, the thing is, maybe the videos and pictures that the dude collects, you know, are probably at least have some sort of authenticity, you know, at least with the originality. But at least when it comes to, you know, like, you know, what exactly it is, I mean, it's just basically him trying to push a narrative and infer to us, you know, and the idea of what it might be. And, you know, which implies that, you know, there's some sort of a conspiratorial bent. Chinese and Russian ones are far more interesting. Well, I mean, in a way. We need to catch one and shoot one down. Which, yeah, pretty much. Once our phones get built-in gimbals and 8K video, 100 times zoom. Yeah, because once we're able to get some shit like that, and frankly, a lot of phones already have pretty damn good quality fucking cameras at this point. So, like, that's like another thing. Like, with all these grainy, like, really poor quality videos and shit, I mean, it's like, I feel like there isn't that much of an excuse, you know, to just, like, you know, have, like, a decent, you know, like, photo or video, you know, when it comes to something like this. I don't expect, like, absolute fucking perfection, but, I mean, still, I mean, I feel like, you know, there's a little bit of a quality issue.
Close the door.
What the hell? I didn't even notice that was fucking, I think that was my dog. I didn't notice it open. Now he's probably gonna peep through that hole and be like, what the fuck?
little bit of movement. What can you glean from both the videos and what eyewitnesses are telling you?
Yeah, so what's been reported to me is this thing sat there between 10 and 25 minutes, absolutely motionless, not descending, not acting like normal flares. And these are experts. You know, you heard that artillery man. They shoot flares. I talked to a bunch of helo.
Oda wants to talk. Oh, what's up, some ordinary gamers? Dude, I want to call in and talk. How is that not training exercise? Oh, well, this is breaking points. They play into, like, the far-right conspiracy stuff a lot.
Is that Vosh's meth pipe? Yeah, it's his crack pipe. I don't, well, meth pipe, crack pipe. I mean, you know, you could put both in there.
So they've been doing a lot of, like, alien...
Soviet era UFOs are straight weird. Fucking entire villages reported missing over the course of weeks, and Soviets don't report it because panicked. Huh. Well, that just seems like, you know... I mean, I don't know. I mean, I would have to hear about some of these, you know, like, stories or some shit, but...
UFO shit. Oh, man. The last UFO video... The last UFO video that I watched from them, they were, like, looking at some grainy video footage from the Iraq War. And they were like, well...
Oh, yeah, that weird, like, orb thing or some shit. Yeah, I know what they're talking about.
Prove it's not it.
Kyle's mad at Vosh for calling his wife a Nazi. Oh my fucking god.
These people make political prescriptions. They make arguments about law. I mostly watch this stuff as a kind of self-harm.
Pilots. So that duration is what's really interesting. Now I have footage, if I link it together, that spans 6 minutes, but I know there's footage from the beginning that it came out, and again, it's between 10 and 25 minutes. So they're baffled, they're perplexed, and remember, most of them, a lot of them, could see an actual body of a craft.
That's at worst, pseudo left us a bit. Oh my god. I don't want to get into this. Jesus Christ. I don't care enough about the drama bullshit. Like, I mean, it just kind of annoys me more than anything, like, cause like, I mean, to me, it's like, I feel like it's more counterproductive in that sense. I mean, especially over just like bullshit like this, more so than, you know, just because they like, I have no idea. Like, at least, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, Crystal being, like, with Saga and shit, yeah, frankly, honestly, you know, I'm not a fan of Crystal Ball and shit, but I'm just, like, you know, I just, you know, I'm not a fan of, like, the show or anything like that, or really broadly her personality. I mean, every now and then she'll pop off, and occasionally I'll like her on some stuff, but I don't care enough. I mean, it's, like, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, Kyle really hasn't changed that much, I guess, but now at this point, I mean, he get a little butthurt if, you know, if someone calls Crystal out and shit, but whatever, I'm not really that surprised. You have to be more complicit or Saga's the same takes. Well, yeah. At least, you know, fucking address them and shit, which I think Crystal might have in the past, but again, I don't watch her shit.
On what they call illumination rounds, because at first I'm like, that's got to be.
Are we added in Discord? Oh shit, maybe we're not. Type yours, well, unless you don't want to. I can understand that.
I think calling her a Nazi is hyperbolic. Yeah, I mean, I'll at least say that. I mean, it's like, I understand that there is, like, legitimately a rise of, like, Nazistic thinking and fascist thinking and shit. I mean, yeah. But, I mean, there is definitely a point where it's like you might be going, like, too far with calling it out, so to speak, you know what I mean? Like, because it ends up, you know, there ends up being a point where some people have, you know, like, you know, marital case of, like, you know, being, like, saying, yeah, that is hyperbolic because, you know, the person that you're calling out and shit probably isn't. Yeah, they might be, like, more centrist leaning and shit and not as, like, you know, progressive or whatever the fuck because they do right-wing pandering or whatever the fuck. I mean, you know, like, I don't really necessarily think that she herself is overtly a fucking fascist or some shit. She at least has, like, enough fucking progressive values that she's been very consistent about, you know, to just kind of show that. When I is openly genocidal. Well, I mean, well, yeah. Damien Hakikodro must get to see a good example of someone recently openly did that on YouTube.
Flares. Well, they shoot up these illumination rounds, which are flares that slowly descend to illuminate the body of the craft. And as it was getting close to that body, the thing just, I mean, in their own words.
A good example, someone recently did that by calling his genocide on YouTube, and BreadTube ignored it. Huh.
And I said, what do you mean? Did the lights go out? And they're like, no, the shape of what we saw. Also.
I mean, the thing is that, like, I mean, there's, like, so much of this, like, gay genocidal rhetoric going on from so many different, you know, like, voices, or at least, you know, ones that have platforms on the far right and shit. That, I mean, it's kind of hard to fucking keep up with some of this shit. Like, cause I know there's, like, you know, fucking videos of different, like, pastors and fucking, like, imams and fucking, you know, just right-wing extremists of all types and shit that, you know, you openly advocate that. It's hard to keep up because of how much there is right now.
It was gone. So at that point, I was, like, super interested, and that's when I dug in and tried to get as much as I could of the reporting.
One of the things that bothers me, Jeremy, is that, as you said, you kicked this to the open source, which I actually think is very courageous, but is, of course, invites the critics, and they're like, oh, well, it was obviously a training exercise. It was just flares. Like, how can you even put this...
What about drones? Couldn't it be drones? What about drones? What about anything? What about a lit-up kite?
A lit-up kite?
That in 2 years.
I mean, yeah, it could be even balloon.
Not specifically asked in the podcast, are you sure this wasn't a flare? How do you know it wasn't a flare? And these guys are like, I literally do this for a living. I see them all the time. This is not a flare. I was there. I witnessed the event. And I'm telling you that this was completely different. So in terms of, you referenced the open source, outside of what I think is, at this point, it's obvious. It's like whenever you're questioning the pilots themselves involved in the incidents. It's like, okay, if you really think you know better than the pilot, then we're not really having a discussion.
Hey, what's up?
Dude, what scam artist are you watching today?
Okay, this one's called, I had the page in him open. Jeremy, okay, what's his full name? Jeremy...
Corbell? Yeah.
Kenyon Lockyer Corbell. Yeah, that's his full name.
Ken Lock? Like, can you lock your brain in, like, some weird fucking conspiratorial cage, I guess? Like, what in the fuck?
Man, Jesus.
They've been doing this UFO shit on Breaking Points more and more often. I didn't realize this was like a feature of this channel.
You know, it's funny, at Breaking Points, I was almost on that show months ago.
Wait, really? For what?
Yeah, there was there was some crypto scam or something, and like I believe it was a soccer guy who invited me, but I had COVID, so I was like, dude, I can go on your show, but I sound like death, and it just never materialized. Oh, now that I'm watching this, I'm like, damn, I think I dodged a bullet.
Yeah, you got saved. You would have been UFO pilled.
UFO pilled. I mean, it's like, I want to be UFO pilled, honestly. I mean, you know, frankly, you know, it's like, I mean, it's like, I kind of want to, like, check this out, but, you know, kind of want to get into some of this, too, because, I mean, there also is, like, another little thing happening here in this little chat, so, hold on. But, I just need to stick on for this level that not even right-wing Americans on YouTube, not that. Well, I mean, the thing is, like, I mean, there are at least, you know, different American lefties, you know, like me and shit that do know about it. I mean, it's like, but, you know, like what Venom's saying, though, is kind of part of the reason why, you know, a lot of far-right Christian fascism tends to be discussed predominantly is because, I mean, especially in the U.S., that's what is predominantly the main thing. I mean, it's not like it's the only thing globally, obviously, but, I mean, when it comes to the U.S. and when it comes to queer rights and shit, like, the main ones who are trying to revoke that are fascist Christian types. I mean, but the thing is, I mean, if predominantly this country is Islamic, then it would be that. So, I mean, it'd be predominantly a bunch of Islamic fascists who would be doing it too. Just like they're doing it, you know, in their fucking countries. Or at least in different regions of the world where they have, you know, some sort of religious control over. Like in various different places, like in Africa and the Middle East. So, and, you know, at least to some extent, some of these other countries that even don't, at least in, like, in Africa and shit, that don't have, you know, a lot of Muslim influence and shit, also have a lot of this Christian influence where, like, straight up, like, a lot of, you know, Christo-fascists here in the U.S. will fund and, you know, try to expand on that type of shit elsewhere. Partly as a way to try to compete with a lot of the fucking Islamic fascism and shit. It's, it doesn't, not good enough, comes at him sideways. I mean, not from my experience, TJ. He seems to always, you know, go after him and shit, like, when it ends up being the predominant discussion. I haven't really necessarily seen, like, I mean, there's been, like, you know, videos in the past where he's been pretty clear about his, like, disdain towards Islam and shit. At least that's like especially an extremist view. I mean, because it's not like it hasn't happened in the U.S. before. I mean, there was like that little small spike in like 2016 or 17 or some shit, like, you know, of different attacks and shit that have happened due to some of those due to some of that like ideology backing. I think like when was like the San Bernardino shooters too? Like, cause weren't they also Islamic as well? So I mean, it's not like it doesn't happen here. Christian, like, just, I guess it's kind of so as largely ignore it or give them a total service at best. Yeah, I mean, honestly, don't see that much just in general. Like, I mean, there was, at least, you know, from what I saw, a lot of different stuff, and when I saw it, you know, I saw a lot of that shit, I was like, oh shit, I want to see more of this. Because, you know, like, you know, I kind of, you know, at least for me, just being like, you know, I was just like, fuck yeah, you know, in a way, this is, you know, kind of emboldening and really cool to see, you know, when it comes to people. Not too specific, but movies here aren't doing good enough to better. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that for sure. Like, you know, as, you know, especially at least, you know, as, you know, Western-wise, you know, at least when it comes to lefties and atheists, I mean, yeah, there definitely needs to be more of a discussion about it. Because, you know, it's not like, you know, there are lefties or atheists that don't, but there's just not enough of them. And they obviously don't have as much of a voice, you know, in the predominant sphere of things and shit. Which, I mean, in a lot of ways I do understand. Like, I mean, the big thing here in the U.S. isn't, you know, Islamofascism, it's Christofascism. So, I mean, I get why it's not necessarily focused on as much. But, I mean, you know, you can't just stop there, obviously. Like, you know, because once, you know, like a lot of Christofascism here in America is dealt with, well, guess what? There's still a lot of that same type of ideology, but just of a different brand of religion tied to it, basically, that's going on elsewhere around the world, and that needs to be, you know, dealt with, too. You know, so it's, you know, it's like unfortunately, just a never-ending, you know, type of struggle when it comes to queer rights and shit, because, you know, it's, like, you know, yeah, more, in a lot of ways, way more fucked up, you know, in those predominant parts of the world. Though I'll at least say this as a caveat. I mean, a lot of Christofascists want to get to that level. They wish that they can, you know, go to such extremes. Because a lot of them, you know, mention, you know, well, some of that shit. At least, you know, even like the Nick Fuentes stuff to be like, you know, the exceptional things about, you know, like the Taliban, these Wahhabis and stuff like that is the fact that, yeah, every now and then they, you know, will do some good stuff like, you know, suppressing women's rights and throwing gay people off buildings and blah, blah, blah. So it's not like, you know, they don't want to go there, because they certainly do. At least when it comes to that level of extreme. They just know they can't really necessarily get away with that, you know, so to speak. Sufficient will conquer the world fit to plan, force idealistic. Well, yeah. Very. Here. Yeah, could go to the bathroom real quick, but gotta be right back and grab some cranberry juice on my way. And get a little zoo cup back in there. What the hell? Oh, there you are. Oh, you weren't even in the house. You were in here the entire time. Oh. I honestly thought you were in here. I was gonna grab you. Boop. Doo-doo-doo. We really can't force squad by nation states. Explain all this more for it. Well, yeah, I mean, I definitely, most personally, would rather have a globalist society and shit. With the idea of abolishing borders. Definitely agree with that. I mean, certainly you ain't gonna find disagreement, you know, from me at all with any of that. I mean, obviously it's idealistic, but, I mean, motherfuck. I mean, it's just like, I mean, you kind of need the idealists and shit, or else, I mean, how in the fuck do we actually even make progress in the first place? Really, dog? Citizens would thank us. Well, I mean, like, I mean, I don't necessarily disagree, but, like, I mean, you know, it's not like something that can just easily be, you know, just done. It's not like something that you could just, like, get in a fucking day. Or, shit, even in a fucking generation. So, I mean, shit like that, you know, takes a long time to build up to. Yeah, I'd be exactly. I mean, you realize that is just like how any fucking movement, you know, like ends up being like. I mean, it's like, yeah, like obviously when it comes to like, you know, fighting for progress and, you know, fighting for a better world, there's going to be sacrifice. I mean, it's like, I mean, during the Civil Rights Movement there was, you know, all throughout the different times where the labor movements had its peak and shit. Like, there's been sacrifices. So does my citizens. I mean, it goes there too. I'm sure you're. I mean, I've talked about it before, but I'm sure you're probably aware about the sailors' mutiny that happened at the very end of World War One. At least in some part, it had helped play a role in ending the war. Because obviously, if you have a bunch of sailors and dock workers and shit like that, you know, on strike, you know, revolting, you know, and like basically establishing their own little like socialistic, like a little city-state, then, then I mean, it's gonna be a little bit hard to, you know, continue the progress of the war. Have a memorial built? Well, sure. It's not wrong with memorials. Oh my god, what is this? Dagobah Wall of Death Hellfest 2019. Oh my god. This looks fucking huge. Holy shit, dude. This looks huge. Turn that down. Okay, way too down. Now it's way too fucking loud. Jesus fuck. Why are the buttons getting all, like, sticky? No. Stop doing that. Go, like, right there. Fuck. I love how now there's just, like, empty space on the other ends now. I fucking love these. I love looking at the aerial shots of this shit. Because at a certain point, it just literally looks like just like an amoebic mesh. I like it. We need to have like a gigantic fucking metal festival in like Mecca or something. You know, really trigger the fucking Muslims. You know, it's like, do it like, you know, weeks before their like whole ceremony thing. And just like, put a bunch of fucking like, beer, fucking, you know, like, cigarettes, all sorts of random shit. It just, like, you know, unironic, it just, you know, like, this one time, just, you know, litter the place. I think, you know, I think it would be a good way to, you know, have a little, you know, a nice little conniption fit. That'd be nice. Having joined the, you know, cavalcade of fucking triggered little shitbag right-wingers that fucking want to bitch about everything. That's actually cool. heard more about Muslims in China than anything out of the Middle East. What if the Uyghurs? Well, yeah, because, I mean, when it comes to, like, you know, the Uyghur Muslims, what's going on there is a lot of discrimination and straight up, like, you know, genocide happening on that part.
Cock and balls.
Uh-huh.
Cock and balls.
Talking about. Galgamouth. My goodness. Little purple. A little purple. Are you a goofy thing? Yes, you is. You just a goofy thing. Aw. You just a handsome boy. Just look so cute. Just look so cute and adorable. Why must be so damn cute and adorable? I'm just honestly kind of surprised he's just like so knocked the hell out after all the like attention and everything that he got today, because he didn't have to like do anything. He was just like just sitting there and everyone's like, oh, can I pet him? I'm just like, well, look at it, look at his vest. It literally says pet me on him. Goofy little thing. It's just such a little sweetheart boy. Sweetest of the sweet boys. Why are you closing the door again? What are you doing? Oh my god. I don't get it. I think it's probably just because he literally likes to, like, just be in a corner or something. I think he likes corners. Oh my god, he closed it. Yeah. I think it's just because he likes being in corners. Goofball little thing. Is he trying to, like, close the door even more? Just really nestle himself and, like, squish himself in there? She's trying to figure out a way to the west, especially for women and children, since you have barely screen some. Well, the thing is, a lot of them don't really have the ability to do that. But also, at the same time, like, you know, it's something that literally risks their fucking life. Like, if they, you know, get caught at any point during the escape and get sent back, you know, to their country they came from, they will basically fucking die. Like, it's not just as simple as, like, you know, just trying to flee. Like, I mean, basically they would be jeopardizing their, like, their literal life doing something like that. I mean, it's, frankly, just a lot easier said than done. I mean, it's not as simple as, like, you know, saying to a trans person, be like, move to one state to another. Same thing North Korea make it. Well, yeah. I mean, it's not like, you know, people don't take the risk, because a lot of people do. I mean, there definitely is a lot of people that, you know, are willing to take the risk just to see if, you know, they can make it. And sometimes they do, and sometimes they don't. Not everyone's lucky. That's what I keep saying.
Smells delicious to goodness.
Ooh. Was it a Sweet Baby Ray's?
Yeah, Sweet Baby Ray's, sweet and spicy.
Yep, I knew it. I figured that's what it was. I saw the bottle, so it's good stuff.
Go lay down!
Oh! Bye-bye. Yeah, you want a little treat? You want a little treat for being such a good little boy?
Get my ass to close the door!
Well, that's not him. Well, I've just, like, stopped wondering. I just have stopped wondering why he does that.
Because he's laying down? That's why?
Well, he can do that without having to close the door, but for some reason he likes, you know, corners or something.
Yep.
So weird. Come here, boy. Come here. Come here, buddy. Come on. Come on. Seriously? Don't be like that. Boy. Come here, boy. Come here. Come on. Come take the treat. Come on. Oh my god, you suck. I just want to say 100% to a trans person, get the fuck out of the South. Bare minimum. Adios, best. Well, yeah. I mean, I don't disagree. I mean, honestly, I mean, at the very minimal, go to somewhere like Minnesota or some shit. Or any states that might at least, you know, follow their framework, you know, when it comes to, like, what they did not that long ago over the course of the last 4 months. Sukov, come here. Come on, take the damn treat, you goober. Oop. I'm literally poking your nose with this damn thing. I mean, come on. That poor dog. Damn it, dog, what
You abuse him too!
Bye. Doggo. That poor puppy. I'm trying to get him to, like, get this, but he doesn't want it. It's like, what the hell? There you are. Ugh. Hello, puppy. You sweet baby.
Dog.
Hello, boy. Hey. You slobber boy. Jeez. Damn. Did I have to, like, slob that up? Fucking goober. Well, that was a grenade. Oops. Well, one that has a fucking grounded out little hole on it. Tell you my brother from the Skin Mouse France. Yeah, you told me about that. I find out, my friend at Metal T, he has a trans sister now at this point. The hormones really cleared the fog. Well, that's good. I mean, obviously, still don't like him. Well, I mean, whatever you personally feel about him, you know, is, you know, whatever at the end of the day. I mean, at least, you know, like, you know, he's able to at least, you know, have a little bit more of a clearer head and actually have a sense of, like, self. But, I don't know, I mean, there could be a possibility that he'll, you know, want to maybe try to make amends at a certain point. I mean, obviously, you know, I'm not trying to, like, push, like, you know, this idea of rehabilitation, because you obviously got your, you know, reasoning, but I don't know. I mean, if they're able to come into, like, kind of a sense of a more clear head about things, you know, now that, you know, they're going for HRT, then they might realize, like, yeah, I kind of fucked up some relationships and maybe want to try to change that. But, I mean, I don't know. Sometimes not necessarily the case, but who knows? I mean, you know, you're going to get, like, changes in relationships because of doing something like that. Let me have a chance to smell me again. Well, the thing is, like, if they're wanting to make amends with you, then they probably wouldn't do that. Because the guy I know I can hit back. Well, then, if that's the case, then, I mean, you can fight back if you want at that rate. You know, so, hey, equal playing field at that rate. So, in a sense, I mean, you should be a little bit more excited. Be like, oh, so now I can test my fucking gumption on you. Like, if you want to try to fuck shit up on me or something. But, I mean, like I said, though, if they're actually willing to make amends or, you know, actually be more, you know, cordial and friendly with you, you know, then, I don't know. I'm sure the courts won't take it that way.
2 girls got popped for $1,000.
Huh?
The 2 girls got popped for $1,000.
Pot?
Popped. Got arrested.
Oh.
From our store.
Really?
$1,000 for the shit they were stealing. Felony.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
$500.
Well, yeah. I know how it works, but considering inflation, knowing how shit's so fucking expensive, I mean, it doesn't really surprise me that much.
And that was today. When I went back up there, Rick showed me the receipt.
Damn.
What the fuck?
Sure, you say against me, CTV is cunt. I suppose I use the correct math, strong any chance of my specific K here. Well, yeah. Because obviously you're not. But, I mean, like, the thing is, though, it's also Alabama court. I mean, are you really sure that it would take it the way you think? I'm just going to infer it. Not saying that obviously you would do it. I'm saying the court would probably know that eventually at some point, and that would shift their opinion really fucking quickly. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't think the court will necessarily like see it as like, oh, you're in the wrong. I mean, right now, I can't tell if it's, like, fursuit fur or dog fur that is, like, tickling my nose. I'm not even kidding. I really don't. Or just my own fucking hairs. So fucking annoying. Especially using the correct pronouns. Oh, I read that part. Goofy goofy dog. A goofy little goober dog. What are you doing over there? Yeah, you. What are you doing? You goof? What are you doing, silly boy? I'm staying with a 5C council. Jesus Christ. So Muslim migrants coming to Europe, vast majority are younger males. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, I didn't even. I kind of forgot that we were talking about that because that was a while ago, but yeah. I mean, yeah, like, most of them are. Because, I mean, it's frankly more easier for them to do so. I mean, they still are risking their lives, but, not really necessarily at the same, like, level of risk.
Yeah.
No, make it easier for women and children to move to industrial men. Oh, sure. Is he over there or is he over there? Oh, no, he's over there. That dog, dude. Oh, never understand that little bump. For being such a goof. Yeah. Yeah. Scooch myself in. Yeah. Get that snug. Alright, I'm hearing outside noises. I swear if he starts barking. Well, he's not, so that's good. I think he's like too knocked out for it. Because normally he would be kind of going off over these random little noises, even that shit. With, like, yeah, my friend using the toaster oven. I'm actually surprised, too, he didn't, like, you know, bark or anything like that either at anything today. Kind of figured he probably would, but, yeah, surprisingly not. He legit was just being such a good little boy today. Just a sweet little thing. What are you doing? Like, what noises are you making? I could have swore I just heard him make like a little weird, like, hissy sound. Man, this pup is so weird. I just can't get over the fact of how much of a sweet little boy that he was. What in the hell are you doing? Jeez. Republic has still below easiest scheme Muslim countries. Often time they can't afford to leave or been arrested or live with their parents or minors. Well, yeah. And a lot of them, you know, potentially, you know, are likely to be killed too because of, like, you know, the risk that they take doing that type of shit. Nuclear launch detected. Huh?
Nuclear launch detected.
Okay. Okay, Venom. Really goddamn high. I'm kind of the same way. Feeling nice in space cadet high. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, I want to see what, like, some of that, like, road to the Weeb Gauntlet thing was like and shit. I didn't see any of this, like, while I was at the con yesterday. Oh my god. Fucking Paul with the anime fucking shit.
Hey. Joyous day. Joyous day. Yeah.
Joyous.
Good times were had by all.
Oh, I'm sure they were.
Oh, well, that's about wraps that one up. Hell of a gauntlet. Hell of a gauntlet. Goodbye, y'all. And weren't you the one that suggested this gauntlet, TJ?
Yes. Dude, I like how TJ... Dude, he really is not one to do it. I should have made Superior Rescued. Wait, what? Watch the last sentiment. Wait, what? Oh, wait, on this right here? The Vaporon segment. Well, if that's on the actual gauntlet, I mean, that's a Patreon thing. This is the prelude. Like, I ain't gonna pull up the actual Patreon gauntlet. I just kind of want to see what they're saying here.
I never finished the Tate gauntlet after 3 hours. It was just bad for my mental health. Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, no one's really blaming for that one.
Well, yeah.
Why is there always somebody in every anime that has 2 different color eyes?
Oh my god!
Because that shows, like, your powers and shit, dude.
I also love that he actually has a character with fucking 2 different color eyes. Whoa. Whoa. Well, what the hell? What the hell, YouTube? You just, like, fucking, like, farted on yourself. What was that? Well, yeah, YouTube obviously unexpectedly just, like, crashed and burned. So what happened there? Damn. They need a clip for that segment for the plebs. I mean, I'll have to see for myself, for sure. I mean, maybe I can plug in my earbuds and maybe you can get my live reaction to it without necessarily having to see it. So I'll have to sit here quietly, though. But, I mean, I can at least, you know, maybe get a taste. You know, I can do that, actually. Yeah, here, let's actually do that real quick. Oh my god, dog. The one time where I was saying he was a good boy. Pokemon OC. Well, I'll hear it real quick. But I'll get my earbuds plugged in. Where I put them. They're right over here. Okay, there we go. I'll just put one in. Just wait for it to connect here before I click it. Is it going to do that? Powering. Connected. Cool. So where's that Gauntleterinos? Where's the Gauntleterinos in my watch list right here now? There it is. Okay, there we go. Alright. View all the chapters. Alright. Well, it doesn't look like they're totally finished clipping it out yet. But let's see here. You said it was like, what, the last 10 minutes, basically? Or some shit. Where would it be in here? Let's see. Oh, wait, I think I might have just found somewhere around where that section is. Hold on. Hold up. I think I might have. Let's see here. Let's fucking... Alright, yeah, I found it. Okay, now I just want to go to the beginning of this. Is this it? Yeah, it is. Oh god, it actually is. Okay, yep. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, okay. Alright. Okay. Alright, I'm ready. Let's do it. Let's see. It's not that long of a react, it looks like. Tell me how you feel as a furry about it. Okay. I will. Let's see. Vaporeon, dude. Yeah. Don't forget headphones. I mean, they are in, right? Yeah. So you shouldn't be able to hear it. You shouldn't be able to. I mean, here. Hold on. I think I have a way to where I can test. I'm not? So you don't hear it? Okay. Well, I do. I got my headphone on. Let's just say in case. Well, I already had it in there. I just don't have it in both ears. Oh my god, I read ahead. Because TJ hasn't really started reading it yet, and oh no! Oh my god. Oh, the most compatible Pokemon for humans? Oh my fucking god. And the way this dude just is describing this, like, male and female Pokemon breeding, like, no. We're already off to a really creepy start. Be rough with fire! Oh my god, what the fuck, dude? Literally built. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay. I see what you mean. Regret your sexual choices yet? Well, the thing is though, I'm not attracted to that. I mean, it's cute, but I'm not attracted to it in any way. I want to fuck it. I'd probably give it some scritches and, like, I don't know, a glass of water, I guess? I don't know. Like, I don't know what it would have for a treat, but, like, I mean, like, I ain't gonna, like, no. I feel like it's okay to at least show the picture, because it's just a picture of a Vaporeon, so. Oh my god. Oh my god. My ear, dude. There was way too much analysis and deep dive, like research apparently into Vaporeon and human breeding, as was described, and just no. Like, frankly, the only Pokemon that I ironically do kind of find attractive is Lucario. I mean, I'll just put that out there. But at least the thing is, though, he's like about the same size as practically me, as at least in stature and shit, so it's about as tall as a person. I mean, it's basically a furry, so, I mean, there you go, it all kind of, you know, the glove fits, I guess. You know, but, like, I ain't gonna be, like, thinking about compatibility, like, because I don't care, whatever, like, it's just literally, you know, just, like, my own damn thing, like, you know, it's like, whatever, stating just fucking fact there, it's like, yep, yeah, I'm just at least saying, you know, at least which Pokemon it is, it's Lucario, so, whatever. Fuck it. Maybe a little too literally. Oh my god, dude, what the fuck? Oh my god, Paul. Paul literally just looked up an image of Vaporeon, and it didn't take long for him to start scrolling down and find porn of it, dude. Oh my god. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh fuck, bro. Make it real back and discuss. Well, yeah, because, like, dude, I don't even think I've seen fucking furries, you know, get, like, that weird about it. Like, I mean, yeah, are there furries that are probably into, like, you know, fucking Pokemon? Well, yeah, honestly, there are. I mean, well, I just admitted I'd fuck you, Lucario, okay? Just saying. But whatever. Like, I mean, at least I only have one. I feel like furries have one Pokemon that, you know, they can have a pass on. But beyond that, that's where it starts getting weird. And also, just don't get, like, so vividly, like, to the point where it's just like, did you know that this Pokemon is the most compatible? It's like, I don't care. It's like, that like, how and why would you want to know that? Oh, fucking hell, dude. Here, let me turn this off. Like, my god, dude. Just, bruh. Bruh. Jesus Christ. Man. Well, yeah, I still defend my shit. I'm gonna die on the hill that, you know what? They need to do a furry gauntlet just to see, you know, like, you know what? I guarantee it won't even be that bad. Like, furry gauntlet probably wouldn't be that bad. Like, honestly, like, the worst it'd probably be is just when they're talking about, like, either the porn or the convention aspect of it. which is basically the same thing for a Weeaboo Gauntlet. That girl laughing. Oh my god, dude. Like, the 2 times I tuned in to that gauntlet, like, near the end, apparently I missed that fucking Vaporeon thing, but, like, it was near the end, and it was somewhere in the middle. In the middle of it, it was when they were reacting to her fucking psycho ass, and they straight dead ass brought her back near the end of it when I tuned in, you know, when they were still going. I'm just like, what the fuck, you know, and she popped back on screen. I'm like, oh god, nope. It's like, no, I don't want to go back to her going, yeah, or whatever the fuck. Like, oh, dude. Like, I get it, she's probably like 16, hanging out with her friend, you know, whatever the fuck, but, I mean, you know, she also put it on her YouTube channel, so there's gonna be a little public scrutiny going on there, okay? I mean, but whatever. I mean, frankly, I mean, it's just like, it's literally one video of probably like a bunch of videos that she does, and it seems like, you know, she just does as a hobby, and, you know, yeah, it's a little cringe. But you know what, if I was 16, well, you know what, I kind of was doing the same thing at 16, but just, yeah, you know what, from experience, you know, yeah, there you go. Just even from my own experience, I can say that, she obviously, well, the thing is, like, how old is the video? Like, I mean, if it's like 5 years ago and she was like 16, then that would make her like 21 now, right? Like, I mean, I don't know how old the video is. I mean, just saying, but like, if that video is like a month old, then yeah, no. And the thing, I mean, because whatever, like, I mean, she's cute, sure, but I honestly, there ain't no way in hell, like, I would just want to be around her, frankly, just at least personally, just because of that shit. Like, that already was like, oh god, nope. I was just like, fuck no, dude. Like, and the thing is, though, and that's even just understanding that she's just doing it for a video, but, like, that really just grated my fucking gears out to the point where if I, like, see her content just mysteriously, like, ever in the fucking, like, world or some shit, I'm just gonna literally think of her doing that. Or whatever the fuck. I can't even mimic it, because I'm not built. I'm not built like that. I'm gonna stop mimicking it, by the way. Like, that was the last time. Tucker White simped. He did. And also, isn't he, like, gay? If I remember correctly, Tucker White 94 is gay. So why would he be simping? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm thinking about some other dude in the DFF community, but I'm pretty sure he is. And he's also a furry, too. I know that much, because he's in TJ's furry discords, or like the furry discord channels, a lot. And he has good taste. Boob. Look at you. Little goob. New Futurama next month, 10 episodes. That show's still going on. Damn. What's up, dude? What's up? Oh, what's up? I'm gonna give my dog a little tweet. Why not a little tweet, buddy? Yeah, they revived it. Oh, they revived it. Okay. So that's what it did. Huh. Oh, so I might check it out. I didn't know that it got revived. Futurama's not. Yeah, I like Futurama. That's why I was kind of shocked to be like, they're still doing a thing, and I was like, oh, wait, they're revived? Oh, okay. Come here, puppy. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Papa. Lump. Oh my god, you're a goof. You're such a goof. You're such a good boy. Just such a good little boy. That's awesome. Who's just a good boy? What are you doing sniffing my con badge? What the hell? Who do you think you are, sir? Oh my lord. Well, now he's stuck here. Aww. That little face. That sweet little face. Oh my goodness. Oh, that sweet little face. Look at all that smush. Look at all this little smush. Look at all that smushiness. Just a sweet little ball smush. Smush. All this little flabby smushiness. Smush. Smush smush. What, you want me to just do this? Man, I could tell you are just a lazy bones right now. You would be just a lazy bones right now, dude. I mean, look at you. It's like you don't even want to move. It's like he's like laying down but standing at the same. Oh! Okay, never mind. Ugh. Oh! You're such a dick. Ow. Oh. What the hell? I mean, it's like, why? What are you doing? Hey, get away from that. Like, why do you assault me sometimes? Like, why? Like, what do I do to deserve to get assaulted by you just then? See, like, I mean, there's animal abuse and then there's human abuse. Sometimes, you know, they fight back and then, you know, we get abused. Though, you know what, it's all, you know, understandable, though. I mean, it's not like I do anything to him, though, but it's just like, hey, you still have to own up for the rest of your species. And it's just like, fuck. Understandable. But, fuck, that really just did not make me feel good there. Like, straight up. Now I'm just like, oh. Well, that was a regret, having his ass just hanging out there. Ugh. Oof. Oof. Just, ugh. Man. He really knows how to do some, like, fucking damage. Because I straight up just feel, like, knocked out now. Like, oh, what a dick. What a fruit. Oh, I actually got fucking stuff on that post I made about like a couple hours ago. Oh my god. Some of these are actually kind of funny. People are just kind of like memeing on it a little bit. Not everyone though, but there's at least a couple people that made some memes. It's like, oh, the smells. I like that one actually. But I mean, funny enough, they're actually it really wasn't even that bad. I didn't even like have a whiff of the schwitz or the schvetz, you know, from anybody. So, if anything, I just smelled it on myself just because, you know, I was outside a lot, you know, trying to get there. Surprised this is an event on FET. Not my thing though. It's all ages, that's why. Okay, it's just a little weird. What the wait, oh, is there like some weirdo in here that's just like, oh, like, you would think this would be, like, he didn't even spell Fett right. He spelled it like it was like Boba Fett. Like, what the fuck? That's so much fun. Boba Fett never went down this road. Well, that actually, funny enough, is he unironically actually is going to be next year. Because the whole theme is, like, space. Just flat out, like, so pretty much literally anything related to that. Whether it's like Star Wars, Star Trek, or just literally anything else in between. So, yeah, actually, funny enough, he will, probably. Because from my understanding, there's actually one of the, like, hotel managers is, like, a big Mandalorian nerd or some shit, and runs, like, a local Mandalorian group. And wanted and like help collaborate with the idea for the theme next year, and actually wants to like set up the hotel to have it like, you know, some, you know, stuff set up and shit outside of just like, you know, setting things aside for, you know, the con, and just like letting the, you know, organizers themselves, you know, set it up. Like they basically said, hey, next year, you know, we'll do some of that for you. We'll set up like different decorations and shit like that for you guys, and you know, just out of their own pocket. And it's just like, shit. Like the airport, like the hotel airport basically is just like, you know, embrace the fact that, you know, the con happens every year, just because, especially considering it is on Memorial Day, they know there's a lot of random people that, you know, go to the hotel and shit, especially not even realizing it's a thing. And then they go to the bar after they check in being like, what the fuck? Because I saw this, like, lady that, who apparently was, like, from Houston, and she was like, no, I didn't know this was going on, but, you know, like, since it's here, I did kind of look it up, and I think it's kind of neat and stuff, but it's definitely interesting, new to me. Like, she never knew it. Like, it was her first time being exposed to that shit. She was just like, huh. Because apparently she was just visiting a friend or something like that, and I was just like, oh my god. Oh man, I love just seeing, like, you know, the random people that obviously are not there for the con, but just, like, see it and they're like, like, whoa, and have like a little bit of a shock. It's actually kind of funny. I like seeing some people's reactions with that shit. Oh my god, someone actually apparently knew on it. And the name is Nudes for Christ. Oh my fucking god, wow, what a name. I know someone that had to meet someone there last night. Didn't know about that. Oh my god. Yeah, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if that person's talking about the lady I was referring to. Because, oh my god. The bartender, though, was actually legit really cool, though. Like, he was a really dope dude. Like, hopefully next year he's still working there and shit, yeah, so I can, like, you know, hang out with him again, because dude actually, like, I didn't think, you know, being at the bar there just for a little bit, just, you know, have a drink or two before the dance and shit, like, would actually, like, be its own fun experience, but it legitimately deadass was. You're in the fucking lunchroom, oh my god. Again, with closing the doors. Silly ass little poof. Aye. What a silly thing. What a silly little thing. I could just like barely see his little tail sticking out from underneath that fucking door. Dude, what a goober, bro. What a little goob. There we are. And let's get one more bowl smoked up here. Then, at least I'll go for this little bit of the evening. I might honestly come back a little bit later, but I don't know. I haven't thought about that yet. I'm signing on that. But mainly just want to grab a little bit of food. And I need my tea. I have nothing to drink. It's kind of hard to smoke these bowls without anything to drink. But idiot. At least be back in either tomorrow or later night. Like I said, depending on the mood. So, peace out, and of course, I'll see y'all.